Here it is. Has been examined and has passed the driving theory test. Just got back from my theory test. Passed it first time. Pretty happy with that. And it's all with thanks to Atari, of all people. Yeah, the only revision I've been doing is with this thing. The driving theory training on DS by Atari. And this thing's awesome. Because revision, as we all know, is pretty boring most of the time. This makes it fun. It does. Yeah, imagine that. Driving theory training test fun. Theory training. Highly recommend this this game. I wouldn't call it a game. This training package. Yeah, works really well. I'm going to do a little tour of the main functions of it, so you can have a look at what it's all about. But highly recommended. Pick it up for a couple of quid, dirt cheap. So if you're going to take your theory test, this helps a lot. I've used it for about a week, every day. A few times before that, but I used it every day certainly for the last week, couple hours each day, and I talk more about the way that I used it and the benefits of it when I do the walkthrough, rather, so to speak, of the program. So I won't say too much more here. Just to say, definitely recommend it if you're up for taking your theory test. Helped me do it first time, and yeah, I was pretty confident in having been using it. So highly recommended. And this is the walkthrough of the driving theory training by Atari. Right guys, so just going to do a little tour around this driving theory training by Atari on the DS. Really helpful little program. Like I said, this is the only revision that I did to pass my theory test first time. So really glad that I got it. £2, can't go wrong with that. So obviously dual screen system, but most of it's on the bottom screen. If I need to show you the top one, I shall pan upwards. So you've got to make your own profile there. So this is your main menu. Practice exam is basically exactly the same as the real thing, in that it's 50 questions over 57 minutes, and once you get to the end of it, the great thing on this is you can actually go back and check your answers. So if you got any wrong, it'll tell you which ones, and you can check what the correct answer is. So that's really good. Practice exam is great for getting you ready, and the great thing about it is that the questions are actually the exact same questions that you'll get on the real exam. There was one or two on the real exam that aren't in this, but they were very similar if they weren't exactly the same. So yeah, pretty much the perfect preparation for your real theory test. Progression just keeps you track of how you're doing. Practice basically tells you the answer after every go, which is different to the practice exam. You do the full run of 50 questions. On this one, as you can see there, it tells you that you will see the answer after every question. So let's just do one of them. You're driving in fog. Why should you keep well back from the vehicle in front in case it stops suddenly? Sorry about the focusing issues. You see correct answer was C, and I got that one right. If it had been wrong, in fact let's do a wrong one and show you what happens there. Just see the question. So go to the next one. Is how to do that. Next one. Okay. So number 2, which sign tells you that the pedestrians may be walking in the road as there is no pavement? So this is one that has the dual screen function. So up here is the image relating to the question. So on this one, it's which sign tells you that pedestrians may be walking in the road as there is no pavement. Now the real answer is A there, but I'm going to say it's B just to show you what happens when it's wrong. So that's B. So let's choose B. And like it says, the correct answer was A, so it tells you which one was right, and it will give you a bit more information on the correct answer as well if you want to see that. So let's just quit out of that. So that's practice. Random test is the one that you probably use the most. That basically gives you 12 questions over 6 minutes, so little short bursts, and it's quite like practice. It's quite like practice exam in that once you've finished the 12 questions, you can then look back over the answers and see which ones you got right and which ones you got wrong. So again, times there with the questions, and if there's any images pertaining to the questions, they'll be on the top screen. But we won't go through that. Come out of that one. So other menus you've got. Obviously this is for the car. If you do motorbike, you've got the same menu for the motorbike theory test as well. Profile just keeps track of how you're doing again. information to do with how you're doing. Okay, memory game is just basically matching up different road signs. Not really much used for revising, to be honest, but a fun little game. Sign game is pretty cool. This, oh, park your own car, went back, it's the wrong one there. Now, sign game is pretty fun. It basically, when you basically make the correct road signs from the descriptions that are given in increments. So, for example, on the top screen it will tell you national speed limit applies, so we know that that is a round sign, and we know that it's white, and that's the national speed limit there. So that's and it shows you at the top you got the correct answer. Well done, let's go to the next level. And it carries on like that basically. So no entry for vehicular traffic. Again, that's a round one. It's got a red background, and it's this one. So let's just get your knowledge of signs up. Now, it's not, you know, the real theory test doesn't have something like that in it, but that's, you know, can't hurt to have that. Park Your Car is actually a little game that you can play where you practice parking, different types of doing that. And all it is basically is you get, well, let's have a quick look at it. So if you want to pause that, you can read the instructions there. I'm not going to read through it. So you've got a wheel there on the bottom screen that you control with the stylus to turn, and on the top screen you have an image of a car, which is represented, as you can see, the wheels turning. If I turn the stylus, you see them turning, and it's just basically, I'm not going to, I can't really play it properly when I'm trying to film at the same time, but that's a parking practice little game there. So that's pretty much everything that's worth showing you on here, I think. Oh, they've also got highway code rules, just you know, handy to go through those, and more information on signs, so you can drum up your knowledge on that as well. But yeah, a really helpful little program, so definitely recommend it if you're got your theory driving test coming up. Alright guys, bye bye.